It's time now for the Beer Chill sign-off news on this late Wednesday, September 30th, 2015. And just before the Beer Chill signs off tonight, a summary of the late night news and on tonight's late night Wednesday, September 30th, 2015. Peter is how good on your news and I'm there. Hillary Rodham Clinton's campaign increasingly worried about the threat of a challenge from Vice President Joseph Biden Jr. An assistant director of the Secret Service urged that unflattering information of the agency had its files about a congressman critical of the service should be made public, according to the government watchdog report released Wednesday. Washington, Russian aircraft carried out a bombing attack against 3 opposition fighters on Wednesday, including at least 1 group trained by the CIA. A hurricane Joaquin approaching the Bahamas and a potential strike the United States during the late Wednesday, forecaster said. Alright, latest on Joaquin, here it's now. Category 3 storm with 150-mile-per-hour winds. Center location 23.8 in the north, 73.1 in the west. This is going to make landfall by about 8 p.m. Sunday around the Carolina, Virginia coastline. So everyone from New Jersey down to North Carolina needs to take cover as here in New England we get the remnants from Joaquin, which means rain and some wind. But we have to be cautious. We have to be cautious. We have to be alert for forecasts, so no need to panic. Just watch the latest forecast here and see what happens. From New England to North Carolina, we need to be on alert. As Joaquin, the latest advisory, becomes a Category 3 hurricane and it moves toward the Central Bahamas. And Governor of the Bahamas has issued a tropical storm warning and hurricane watch for Andros Island. Hurricane warnings in effect for Central Bahamas, including Cat Island, the Extremis, Long Island, Rum Cay, and San Salvador. Northwest Bahamas, including the App Coast, Berry Islands, Alofa, Grand Bahama Island, and New Providence. A hurricane watch is in effect for Bimini and the Andros Islands. A tropical storm warning is in effect for Southeast Bahamas, including Eckland's Cricket Island, Long Cay, the Anguillas, Mayaguana, and the Raglan Islands, but excluding the Turks and Caicos Islands. Andros Island hurricane warning means that hurricane conditions are expected somewhere within the watch warning area. Preparation to protect life and property should have already been completed in the Central Bahamas. A hurricane watch means that the hurricane conditions are possible within the watch area. A tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are somewhere within the warning area. First, storm information specifically here. Please monitor product condition by your National Meteorological Service. Here, at 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the center of Hurricane Joaquin was located in latitude 23.8 and longitude 73.1 in the west. Joaquin is moving toward the southwest near 6 miles an hour, and this general motion is expected to continue over the next 24 hours. A turn toward the northwest and north in this forecast Thursday night and Friday. The center of Joaquin is expected to move over near the portions of the Central Bahamas overnight on Thursday, and then near or over portions of the northwest of Bahamas Thursday night or Friday. Data from Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft indicate the maximum sustained winds have increased to near 115 miles an hour here. But our guess, and Joaquin is Category 3 hurricane on the Safford-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Additional strengthening is forecasted the next day, so some fluctuation in intensity are possible Thursday night and Friday. Hurricane force winds and upwards up to 35 miles from the center, and tropical force winds extend outwards up to 140 miles. The latest minimum central pressure is estimated from reconnaissance data is 951 millibars or 20.9 inches. Hazard affect the land. Wind. Hurricane conditions are expected to reach portions of the Central Bahamas by early Thursday morning. Winds are expected to be first reach tropical storm strength in its warning area tonight, making outside preparations difficult and dangerous. Preparations to protect life or property should be restoration. Tropical storm conditions are expected in the southeast Bahamas beginning tonight. Hurricane conditions are expected over the portions of the northwestern Bahamas Thursday night and Friday. Storm surge. A dangerous storm surge will raise water levels as much as 5 to 8 feet above normal tide levels in the Central Bahamas and area of island shore floor. A storm surge at 2 to 4 feet above normal tide levels is expected in the northwest Bahamas within the hurricane warning area, and 1 to 2 feet is expected by the southeast Bahamas near the coast. The surge will be accompanied by large and dangerous waves. Rainfall. Joaquin is expected to be produced total rain accumulation of 10 to 15 inches over the Central Bahamas and 5 to 10 inches over the northwestern Bahamas and southeastern Bahamas. As a maximum amounts of 20 inches are possible in the Central Bahamas. This rainfall could result in life-threatening flash floods. Surf swells drained by Joaquin will affect portions of the Bahamas during the next few days, and it will begin to affect portions of the southeastern coastline of the United States by Thursday. As well as cause likely to cause life-threatening and surf and rip current conditions. Please consult products from your local weather office here. Alright, back to the news here. Oklahoma City, where Oklahoma's governor granted the last-minute save execution on Wednesday to an inmate convicted of a hitman, saying that state needed time to determine if 1 of 3 drugs that are planned in the use complies with a court approved. Capital Afghanistan, Afghan troops back to the United States airstrikes mass Wednesday as the outskirts of key northern cities seized by the Taliban and the build-up for what is likely to be a long and difficult campaign to drive out insurgents. The United Nations demonstration on a new level of tension with Israel President Mohammed Abbas, but the Palestinian Authority declared on Wednesday that its people were no longer bound by mutual agreements with Israel, including also peace accords. Men governors side of the residence building were partially collapsed by what police had described as explosive devices delivered in mail packages in Lushan, Kenny, and South China's Zhuang Autonomous Region. While the Hillary Clintons and Donald Trump side of the world stayed silent at our students on Tuesday and Twitter, we expect the president law shots Lincoln Chafin and George Pataki at some takes. Lansing, Michigan, Governor Rick Snyder is among the handful of U.S. politicians that chimed in on the nation bill aiding Syrian refugees. A young farmers and ranchers group stood up as advocates speak about discrimination and civil rights violations involving Latinos and women during the news conference in Albuquerque, New Mexico on Wednesday. Updated the Whitflag House, both Congress on Wednesday approved a short-term spending bill that would prevent a government shutdown from federal agencies by mid-December. A South Carolina police officer died Wednesday after a suspect gunned him down outside a suburban shopping mall. Police said Forest Acres police officer Greg Oliver was murdered. The newborn son was at the department for 7 years, police said. Tokyo, Asian stocks was on Thursday drawn in the strength from overnight gains in global equities markets fall and the weakest quarter in the 4 years in China factory activity. And slightly better than initially expected. U.S. stocks closed slightly higher on Wednesday, and investors stock bargains among beaten down stocks in the recently battered biotechnology index bounced back in the last day of Wall Street's worst quarter since 2011. PBF Energy Incorporated agreed to buy Exxon Mobil Corporation refinery in Transcal for $537.5 million. Company Executive Chairman Tom O'Malley's big soon to have PBF plants coast to coast. The nation's retailers bear a huge share burden and converted into more secure chip card technology even as banks have been had shipping updated chip credit and debit cards to millions of customers for months. Excuse me. Brown opening doors out all the science. Some researchers have welcomed out from the public on Wednesday solving a number of nagging mysteries about our planet. Ceres. OECD did resume talks in November. Japan has led opposition to compromise. EU officials say more clarity slow needed in China position. The fictional Ares 3 mission in Andy-Ware's novel The Martian is based on an actual NASA plan for exploration in the Red Planet. Sea level raises increasing in major storms off New Jersey. The World Health Organization issued sweeping new guidance on Wednesday that could put millions of more people on HIV drugs than are getting them. Aspirin is turned out to be a kind of miracle drug. While we know that it can provide pain relief, it is also known to be help reduce likelihood of a heart attack when we take it as a part of a daily regimen. Washington gut checks suggested not having enough of a certain good intestinal germs early in the life may increase babies' risk of developing asthma, according to a new study of more than 300 children. Medical literature has overstated the benefits of talk therapy or depression, in part because studies with poor results have made it into journals. Research is reported on Wednesday. Looking at New England alerts here at 11:40. Dead in Massachusetts, Route 127 between exit 16 and 15, both car led through a welfare and entrapment. 2 parties extradited and being transported here. Beer Channel News, I'm 11:40. Time now for a traffic report here and other traffic situations here around the region. It's looking good here, except for some few slow spots around the Boston area. As Route 128 on the southbound side, mass parking on the westbound side intersection in Newton, it's a little slow here. Mass parking on the westbound side, so from the Southeast Expressway all the way out to the Bruce Tunnel here. Route 1 on the northbound side is slow from 93 all the way up to Chelsea, and 180 on the northbound side, so after Logan Airport to Winthrop around Route 145 here. Otherwise, a smooth sailing commute, and we got an accident on 120 southbound side before Route 138 in Canton and Route 3 on the southbound side. We got a few slow spots here from Kingsbury all the way up down for Chelmsford here. Alright, a smooth sailing commute here on this late Wednesday night here. And look at that MBTA alerts here. Subway system looking good. Commuter rail. Haverhill line train 210 905 a.m. Favorable delayed weekdays 10 to 20 minutes in Andover and Brattleboro for Friday, October 23rd. Fares are looking good. Here, tell us time 11:42 here on this late Wednesday night here. 18 minutes left in the calendar month of September 2015 here. And look at the radar. Looking at the weather situation. First, the radar shows a lot of rain showers off the coast of Massachusetts, then stretching all the way down for eastern Virginia and then up to eastern North Carolina, down for central Carolina is here. And also a number of batches of rain showers from extreme eastern ports of Maine around New Brunswick, and around western and central portions of Nova Scotia air. Yes, yes. Okay. 7-day forecast goes like this. Tonight, while you're sleeping in overnight hours tonight, most skies got low about 51 degrees, north with about 10 miles an hour. Thursday, showers likely after 2 p.m. Clouds got low high about 37 degrees, and north with about 11 and 15 miles an hour. Chance 6%, new precipitation amounts of less than 10 minutes possible. Thursday, showers likely before 9 p.m., then rain may after 9 p.m. Patch value between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. Low around 46 degrees, north about 14 miles an hour, with gust size 25 miles an hour. Chance 8%. New precipitation amounts between 1 and 9 inches possible. Friday, rain likely patch value upwards. Clouds sky high about 34 degrees, north about 14 miles of gust size 24 miles an hour. Chance 7%. New precipitation amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch possible. Friday night, rain likely before 3 a.m. Patch value before 4 a.m. Then patch value after 5 a.m. was clouds sky have low around 47 degrees and north east with about 13 to 15 miles of gust size 25 miles an hour. Chance 6%. Saturday, jet rain mainly before 1 p.m. Mostly cloudy clouds sky about 59 to about 51 degrees. Chance 40%. Sunday, jet rain, clouds sky have about 62 to about 34 degrees. Chance 45%. Monday, jet rain, most clouds sky have about 67 to about 34 degrees. Chance 40%. And for Tuesday, jet rain, part center, most clouds sky about 68 to about 50 degrees. Chance 30%. And for Wednesday, most clouds sky about 68 degrees. Not temperature at 11:44 p.m. First skies 61 degrees. Newport 57%. Humidity 87%. That's me for Pure Channel. Sun up news in this late. Wednesday, September 30th, 2015. I'm Pure Channel. Good night. And I'll see you tomorrow morning with more report. Good night. And good morning.